As a sex therapist who also specializes in marriage counseling, I get really frustrated and upset with pornography. And I think part of the reason is that people do not really view pornography in its full three dimensions. And remember, when I'm looking at personhood, at people, I'm saying you have a body dimension, a physical behavioral dimension, but you also have a mind dimension that has emotions, that can make decisions and choices, that can make attachments. And you also have a heart dimension that would really like to have intimacy and caring and really fidelity and to feel safe. So when I look at pornography, I just don't see it. My frustration is that it just is doing such a poor job of preparing people for great marriages. It's really doing a poor job of helping people live life fully. I mean, one research study was saying 64% of college males watch porn 5 hours a week. I mean, think of what you could do with 5 hours of your life if you had the time to spend it differently. And in some of my frustration is that pornography, it might show people having sex, but it does not show them how to make love. It really distorts their whole view of what sexuality is about and what a relational sexuality is all about. It just gives such poor values. Another thing that it does is I think porn creates a lot of unrealistic expectations. I'll have people come into my office and say, well, I thought that all women were easily orgasmic, and whenever she had an orgasm, she'd scream at the top of her voice and scratch my back. Or I thought that all women shave their pubic area, or this or that. And I'm getting into where it's just very unrealistic expectations that we're putting on people, as well as just poor values. If we look at healthy sexuality, and sexuality as God designed it, to be intimate, to be involved in an intimate relationship, to ultimately really be designed, intercourse and orgasms designed for marriage with that safety and that level of commitment. Pornography does a number on people, gang, that we're going to have to think through and fight together. Because I have sometimes people that will say to me, well, you know, yeah, I watch a little porn, it just helps me masturbate more easily, or I watch a little porn, but boys would be boys, and you know, what's wrong with that? Think deeper, okay? Think a little deeper about it. Do like I was already said, you know, look a bit at the values that are really being portrayed in pornography. Is that how you want your sexuality to be portrayed? Is that how you would like, I know I'm getting a little guilt evoking here and don't mean to, but would you like your sister, your mother to be involved in porn? I think some of this, when I look at porn too, is I'm thinking of it from my own Christian value standpoint and thinking that God created his gift of sexuality to us to be used relationally. He created it to reflect himself. And I just can't think of more antithesis of what healthy sexuality should be than what is portrayed in pornography. And I can't think of how my Father's heart, our Heavenly Father's heart, is grieved, not only because we waste all the time, like we were saying, not only because, you know, it's just so far off, but it really does distort his gift of marriage and his gift of marital sexuality. So let's not just discount as porn as being something a part of our culture. I think we all need to fight it together. I think we need to think of it and look at it through God's eyes. I think we need to look at it and look at it through our sister's eyes. I think we need to look at it through our future mate's eyes, where we really look at how is this helping me become the man or the woman that I'd like to be sexually. And I fear that we would really, if we were able to do that, I think we would come up with a more considered opinion, a more examined opinion of the really destructiveness of pornography.